What up guys, Sexy Chocolate 21 here. We are back with another YouTube video and we are in Vlogmas Day 21. Oh child. One more day. Well no. But it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We are less than, okay, if you want to count Wednesday, it's 4 days away. But if you think about it, we only got until Tuesday, which will be 3 days away. But in reality, it doesn't matter. We are less than a couple days away from Christmas. Right now, if it was Friday, we'd be 1 week away. But anyway, we are a couple days away from Christmas. So I hope you guys got all your Christmas Day shopping done. I know I did. I hope you shop for yourself as well, which is a good question to ask. Do you shop for yourself? I mean, normally you be sitting there waiting for a gift on the holidays, and it's like, well, you're or like your family members, they'll give you a gift, or your significant other that gives you a gift. But sometimes people don't know what to get anybody, so they're like, well, what if I shop for? Some people think it's kind of rude to shop for yourself because it's like you really don't believe in the spirit of Christmas no more, and it's like gifts like that, it's like you just selfish and you just think about you and no one else. But for me, it's kind of different. See, I already got everybody's gift around me, and it's like you want to spoil yourself sometimes on Christmas, and it's like a gift for yourself wouldn't be good to you because you know what you want. It's for you, so you should know what you would like. By the way, it's a Harry Potter trilogy going on tonight, and for the remainder up until Christmas. This is another good Christmas movie to watch around the holidays. Harry Potter from start to finish. Man, I remember when Harry Potter came out and it was around Christmas. Those were the glory days. We saw the Wizarding World and we all wanted to go to wizard school. I'm joking, I'm playing. But imagine growing up in a world where there were actual wizards, goblins, witches, gargoyles, whatever you want to call it. Would you be willing to learn magic and go to a school where you can learn spells, potion, and magic? Like, I know it's kind of childish of me to be thinking like that, but it's like, imagine having powers at your fingertips, and you're able to just like whisk any problem away. So think good and hard about that. I'm just saying. But yes, I'm watching the Harry Potter trilogy. Today's Vlogmas, I was thinking about talking about movies. No, not just Harry Potter on subject. It has a trilogy of its own, and it has gained quite popularity over the years, and it's still popular to this day. I have a best friend who's a Harry Potter fanatic. If you have watched my YouTube channels, her name is Dash, and she's the girl with the glasses. She's tall and everything. She's my best friend. I adore her so much. But she's a Harry Potter fanatic, and she loves the series. She loves the books. During high school, she used to read Harry Potter books after school. Well, it depends. I think one Christmas someone brought her a Harry Potter book and she just kept reading it. But in one point of matter, she did read the books, and she said sometimes the books didn't give it justice better than the movie, and it's different than the book. You know, when you read a book that goes alongside with the movies, and then people be like, oh, the book didn't do it justice. Sometimes the book is off, the movie is always off, and this, that, and the third. Pretty much, it's kind of like that. So movies doesn't really do too much justice. But anyway, yeah. So we're gonna talk about movie trilogies. Why movie trilogies? Is because it doesn't irk me, more so the line. It just makes me a little bit more concerned about makes me more concerned about how movies have a trilogy, but their endings end off vague or unfinished or not well ended, not well put off like that. Let me um maybe power off. There we go. So I'm starting at this computer. Yeah. So pretty computer camera. So pretty much like that. It's like movies like that. It makes you wonder what happens next. Like for me, I've seen plenty of movies that deserve a more parts to it. Again, Why Did I Get Married would be one. Van Helsing would be another movie. If you've seen with Hugh Jackman, the dude has played in plenty of movies, including X-Men. He's Wolverine throughout them all. So, movies that deserve a better ending title. Again, Why Did I Get Married? Van Helsing. And then, if you ever seen the, the scene movie like Unbreakable with Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson, um, Split, which is the dude, what's his name? Who plays in Split? Let me look it up on the phone. Split movie. James. His name is James McAvoy. James McAvoy, and he plays the character in Split. Now, why am I bringing this up? I believe this movie deserves another part to it, or at least two more parts to it, or three. Split and Unbreakable are sequels to each other. Put it like that. Unbreakable starts off with Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson. Bruce Willis is a strong man who is supposedly, well, he's unbreakable. So he has no, like, he can't get sick. He never took a sick day. He had to ask his boss, has he ever been sick? He doesn't, like, he's unpenetrable. Unpenetrable. I can't think of the word. I can't say the word. He's unpenetrable. I can't say the word. Ugh. Basically, he's pervious to being pervious to being hurt. Impervious to being hurt. And then you have Samuel Jackson. He has he's like a health hazard. Like, you touch him, his ribs will break. He moves or gets hurt in any sort of way, he'll break every bone in his body, pretty much. But he flees the comics, and comics seem to relieve the pain, the stress, and like he reads comic books for himself to make himself feel creative, almost like a mastermind. And Unbreakable, he's like trying to understand the life in physics. And then he meets Bruce Willis, who has the unbound strength of 25 men, and he's like watching him bend still, prevent people being hurt, not being able to get hurt, and he's just like amazed, like the unbreakable man. And then he's like a health hazard again, because he can't be like, if he gets hurt, he dies. He will die instantly, or he'll break a bone in his body. But that's Unbreakable. Split is like something different. It's like a sequel to Unbreakable. Split apparently is a psychopathic beast, and it's a man. Well, no. Split is a man who apparently has a disorder, 23 different personalities. If you all have seen the movie, like if you've seen Unbreakable, then you should understand what I'm talking about. In Split, he apparently kidnaps these girls, and he has 23 personalities, and he unleashes the 24th in the ending. And basically, it is called the Beast. He also has two different kinds of, he has 23 different personalities. He has a woman, a child, a grown man, another man, a fixer, a OCD jerk. There is a punk rock kid, a rock and roll kid. It's like 23 personalities. It's like too many goddamn personalities to actually remember it. But I think I know 10 of them. But yeah. So he has 23 personalities, and the last one is called the Beast, which is unleashed at the end. Basically kills all the girls and locks and keeps one alive. I think it's his favorite. And then in the ending of that, you see Bruce Willis and then Mr. Glass, who is played by Samuel L. Jackson, who is the boy who gets constantly broken bones and body parts and everything like that. And then Bruce Willis is the dude who's the one who's unbreakable. And Split is the psychopathic beast and psychopathic beast who is also would be considered a villain. Fast forward to 2018, and they make a movie called Glass. Glass is supposed to be the story of Mr. Glass, Samuel Jackson. Basically, he's the mastermind of it all. He brings out two different characters. So he brings out Bruce Willis and he brings out James McAvoy, who is the mythical who is the Beast, and then the Unbreakable, who is Bruce Willis, and he gets them starting off fighting with each other. They already met again before, and they fight again, and they fight again. Apparently, in Samuel Jackson's mind, he's watching a comic book unfold, and also he's seeing real life superheroes. And this part, in the Glass series, in the Glass part, you'll see that it's a society filled. I know I'm being a movie spoiler. If you've never seen the Mr. Glass, please turn off this video because I will spoil it for you. Basically, Samuel Jackson is Glass, Mr. Glass, and he's a criminal mastermind. And he's the one who writes all the comic books and understands the superheroes and supervillains of it all. And he's just like watching it unfold in front of him. In the ending of the movie, he basically brings out the Beast and the Strong Man, and they fight against each other until their deaths. And they're housed in an institute where the institute makes them think they're crazy. But in reality, the institute doesn't want the institute is a setup for like a secret club society. And I say that because the club on the what is it? Ace of Club design on everybody's wrist, and it's like a club where they go to, and they explain what they have witnessed, what they have seen, and everything like that. And basically, for it, they don't want people to know. They don't want real people in the world to think that there are gods living amongst them. So how if this is our society today, could you imagine if we discovered that there are people in this world with super abilities, more out of this world than us? The government will have a whirlwind. Like, they trying to prevent from aliens, like they try to prevent from seeing creatures with unknown sort, man in black, everything like that cannot be known to the general public, or it will cause widespread panic. That's what that movie is basically kind of about. And in the ending, it all unfolds. A secret society is amongst them, and basically in the end, the secret society kills them all. Now, no, the Mr. Glass died from the Beast because he's the reason in Unbreakable. The reason why Bruce Willis, he's the sole survivor. So Bruce Willis is the sole survivor of a train wreck that Mr. Glass caused, which caused little Kevin, that's the character, to have come out with 23 different personalities and unleash the 24th, the Beast. He wanted to see it all unfold in front of him. He's the criminal mastermind, and he's a comic book director, so he brings forth everything. He makes everybody understand the reason why he did what he did in the end. And then they all die at the end. Here's why I say it's vague. So in the end, Mr. Glass, who is Samuel Jackson, before I get to that part, the secret society finally has killed all the superhumans. Well, all the superhumans are dead, including Samuel Jackson, because even though he was crippled throughout the whole movie, yes, he's in a wheelchair and he's crippled, he has a ability to like mastermindedly create epic events during his whole entire life. It's like creating drama and creating turmoil, making super villains come to life and everything like that, he creates the problem. So he basically is a criminal mastermind. So he would be considered a superhuman or a superhuman villain. So we go past that point, and then you got Bruce Willis and the dude with the 23 different personalities. He's superhuman because he can climb walls and everything. So basically, in the end, she says they had to kill them all off. She says she's going to the next town, which gives you a hint that there are more people out there like that. See, the institute was put there to make it seem like they were all crazy, but in true reality, they were actually They were actually real life superhumans. Well, not in real life, but you know what I mean. They were superhumans, and they couldn't live amongst the people because the society wanted to still have control. You know how the government has control over everything we do, and the president has control over everything your states do? That's the same token. They didn't want the superhumans, they didn't want people to praise something else besides the society, the government, and everything like that. They don't want gods living amongst them. So they had to kill them all. And in the end, she says she's moving on to the next town so she can seek out more of them. Pretty much that means that there are more of them living amongst them, they just don't know it. And what in the ending, Mr. Glass had a surprise for her. That's where I left off at. So Samuel Jackson is Mr. Glass. He basically, what he does is simple. He feeds the video. So everything was supposed to be deleted, everything, and he feeds the video to a private account. The mom, who is Samuel Jackson's caretaker, but he was put into an institute. The son of Bruce Willis, who was the dude who's unbreakable, or the overseer, that's what they call him, and the girl who was the dude's 23 who had the 23 personalities victim, but he let her go. So basically, all together, they posted all the videos, and it got out, and the Secret Service was amazed yet upset and shocked. This is where I say it ended off vaguely. It ended off with the post being seen around America, and around the world, on news outlets and everything. And it ended off with all of them sitting in a train station, and they're just watching, looking, and Samuel Jackson says the words, he hopes that if he shows the world, he hopes that if his successor, his mom, the son, and the girl will share the feed, and then it will be seen amongst other people who are just like Bruce Willis, who would be the Unbreakable Man, and then the dude who was the 23 personality beast. They were supposed to be enemy versus hero, and then enemy becomes ally to hero. It's for Mr. Glass to die. So, pretty much, in the end, it ends off vaguely. It's like they killed them all. That's one. And then the Secret Service talks about it, and then they say they're going to move on to the next part. That's two. And then the videos and feeds spread across the nationwide globe. That's three. And then everybody sees it, and now it's like, well, what's happened? It starts to vaguely in out. Well, what happens next? That's four. Pretty much, it's like, what will happen next in that movie? It's like an origins to trilogy movie where it's like, you see the start, you see what happens, you see the next part to it, and then you see what happens, and then it's the final part. But it's not the final part. It's supposed to be like another part to it. It ends off very vaguely, and it's like, well, are we supposed to just watch that and be thinking like, well, that's it? They die, and then the family and the friend and the son shares the video of them doing such great things and and it's like, well, what happens next? Does another set of group of special people come out of nowhere and start showing that they have super abilities too? And does it, like, do they band together and get rid of the secret society that was trying to kill them off, that killed them off, and is trying to kill the rest of them off? Like, what happens next? You can't make a movie like that and then expect no questions to be answered. So I searched it up online. Would it be another part to to the Glass? It's called Glass, and they said there will be no other parts to it. And my pity with it is, like, I like a good story, but I hate when a good story ends off very wrong or vague. And it's like, well, what do we do now? We just sit here and watch. We just sit here and keep watching it and then hope to understand the ending of it all and hope that, or just speculate pretty much that there will be another set of superheroes and that they'll go against the society and this, that, and the third, and they'll come out amongst the world saying, yes, we are superhumans and we live amongst you and we've been living amongst you, trying to keep you safe and everything like that. So it's like, that's how that's supposed to end. But that ends so badly because it's like, we don't know what happens after it. So it's like, to the people, so it's like, for this video, for me, it's like, certain movies do deserve a part to it, and in another part to it, at least 2 or 3 parts. And I explained the movies that do deserve a part. Also, I forgot to lay this out. If you want to know how this all started, generally, Kevin gained his personalities after his dad died on the train. Mr. Glass entered the train and he caused a derailment, which caused the train to back up and crash, killing everybody except Bruce Willis. Kevin's dad was on the train and he died, and he suffered from very bad schizophrenia, which led to personality disorder, which led to him to become what he was, a psychopath, and then came the Beast. If you want to know their weaknesses, again, Samuel Jackson is very, if you touch him, every bone in his body will break. Bruce Willis is the unbreakable man, so he would be, his water would be his weakness. Pretty much, if he got wet, it's like putting, what hit water and gets weak very quick? It's like paper. Put water to paper, you can rip it easily. You put water to wood, it'll start to frail very easily. And if you put water to, like, what else? What else can get frail from water? I said wood. Certain pieces of copper or steel, if you get them wet, they'll start to bend very easily or rust after years. And then 23 personality dude, his weakness is light, because it switches his personality from certain people to certain people. And yeah, the reason why, but yeah, that's how it all ends in Mr. Glass. But the reason why I wanted to express that is because, like, there has to be another part to that. It ended so vaguely, so, like, vividly. It leaves you speculating. Like, I hate when movies do this. It leaves you speculating, thinking, oh yeah, so we're gonna create another part to it. And then if you look it up, it's like the directors, the producers, everybody keeps saying they're not gonna create another part. We need another part. It's like, it'll eat us alive to know that the society either won or the superhumans will come out of hiding and start fighting back the society. Like, we need to know what will happen next. And I feel like there needs to be another part to that. Pretty much, this whole video was basically movies that deserve a certain part to it. But that one in particular, if you watch it, you would have to watch it from the beginning to end to understand it. So, Unbreakable would be the beginning for it, and then Split would be the second part to it, and then Glass would be like the third installment to it, because it's Split and Unbreakable are the sequels to Glass. And it's like, you'll understand why they are there. But the way it ended, you would think that would have some more parts to it to make it more understandable and make it more, and maybe even end it off appropriately. I just feel like though that it ended off poorly because it was vague. That was one, and then they threw in some key hints. Like it ended off vaguely, and then it ended off with the mom, the son, and the victim being the only three knowing about it, and then the secret society, and then it's like it's been seen, it's circulated, it was posted amongst the world. So it's like, what happened next? So like, I'm gonna put the key hints down here now. 1, secret society. 2, the woman who works for the secret society says she's moving on to the next state. So therefore, it should be more other superhumans out there. 3, superhumans. 3, the video, Mr. Glass posted it, sent it to a private account, and then he sent it to his parents. Well, therefore, his parent, his mom, the son of Unbreakable, and the girl victim. So it's like, you know what's gonna happen next. And then 4, they posted it. So it's like they're gonna circulate the video all over. So the video circulated. So now the video's across the globe in the web. So therefore, what does that mean? And 5, does it mean that there are more superhumans in the out there in that trilogy that will come forth and be like, oh yeah, I got superpowers? And does that mean the mom, the victim, the girl victim, and the son of Unbreakable, will they create a group of superhumans and fight against the society? Or will they protect them? Just that, you gotta understand, what does that mean at the end? For me, it's a big peeve because it's like, I love superhero movies, and I love sci-fi, and like, what would this can be considered? Well, superhero movie, considering, because it's like everybody had a superpower. So to me, it's like a peeve to see how it ended, and there's like no real good ending. I either want to end off a little bit good with some bad, or bad but it's good still. That's how I want to end it off. But yeah, I felt like the ending of that movie was like tragic. And yeah, this video was literally all about movies and trilogies, but I feel like that has to get off my chest. In reality though, it's more movies out there that deserve another ending to it, deserve another part to it too. I just can't think of them all at one time. Oh Lord, getting hot. It's hot in this room. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know if you ever seen Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. They are the 3 movies that I was just talking about, and they are the movies that have connection to each other. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen it. 1, did I spoil it? 2, and do you think it deserves another 2 parts, 1 part, or 3 parts? Does it deserve a trilogy? Pretty much. Let me know in the comments. Also, do you know any other movies that you would think deserves a better ending, or a better way of showing that the movie has officially ended well, good, and everything like that? Like, or do you know a movie that deserves a trilogy? Let me know in the comments below. Like, do you know any movies that have a trilogy that needs to be seen? And that's it. This is Vlogmas Day 21. I am Sexy Chocolate 21. No, I'm not 21 years old. We have a week away until, well, we have a couple days away from Christmas. I hope you guys did your Christmas shopping. And I hope you guys saved